You brought up the Yankees-Mets, so I'll head over there right now. First of all, I saw a shot of Juan Soto standing there talking to Aaron Judge, and you forget about just how giant Aaron Judge is until you see Soto next to him. You think about how much money that is, and it's so crazy to think about. But I was watching the game with Cooper, our son, who's a total just Yankees. I mean, just homer. Rich has really got him in there. So I lost the Red Sox. I got the Celtics. But that said, what are your thoughts on that series? Because there was so much build up in advance, and all the jerseys and all the T-shirts, and just going after Soto for being a Yankee trader. What was your thoughts on watching that series go down the way they did?
I think this Soto is a Yankee trader thing is a bunch of freaking unbelievable nonsense. He was there for 1 year. Every Yankee fan in America who knows anything about Soto knew that re-signing him was not going to be easy. They also knew that Cohen had more money than anybody. And if he went to the Mets, he went to the Mets. This is not Aaron Judge, Joe DiMaggio, Mickey Mantle, who left after 15 years to go somewhere else. This is Soto, who would play on the moon if it was $5 more. That's just the way it is. He's a mercenary, and I don't begrudge him that. But and now at the end of the day, maybe he'll be a Met if he goes to the Hall of Fame. But he was on Washington. He was on San Diego. He was on the Yankees. No Yankee fan should be floored that somehow Soto decided to go somewhere else. Plus, Soto is a big reason why the Yankees got by a very bad group of teams, but a big reason why Soto got to the World, helped them get to the World Series anyway. Game 5, that home run. He had a great postseason. So the idea that the Yankee fan now feels betrayed, that is a bunch of garbage. Throw in the idea that half that building last night's Mets fans, and on Friday night, and on Saturday night. So the idea that he was walking into enemy territory, I know that building's, both of them, better than anybody. There was as many Met fans there last night as there were Yankee fans, for crying out loud. Not as many, but you get the idea. So the idea that somehow he was walking into a walking cauldron of hatred, if that was the case, it's stupid, because he was there for 1 year, and I don't buy it anyway, for that matter. I saw the 3 games. I saw a lot of at-bats. I saw the first at-bat on Friday night. I didn't get the idea that somehow, some way, this is something historically bad. I was there when Bonds came in with the Giants on a Friday night when he was the steroid guy. They booed him a lot worse than they booed Soto. So I thought myself it was a little overblown. And, the Yankees did what the Yankees have done a good job spending their money. Here's the thing I'm going to say about the Mets. The Mets are a horrific defensive team. Alonso's not a good defensive first baseman. The whole world knows that. Vientos at third base is not Brooks Robinson. The whole world knows that. Soto is a terrible defensive right fielder, and he's not a good base runner. He's a sublime hitter, but he's not a good outfielder, and he's not a good base runner. So the Mets have a problem in right field. Jeff McNeil is playing center field last night. He's not Willie Mays. And Nemo is not a great left fielder. They're pretty good middle of the infield with Pena and with Acuna and Lindor, but the Mets are not a good defensive team. And that could hurt them in big series down the road. But that's what I took out of that series. And, of course, the Yankees have done a pretty good job. Goldschmidt's been good. Grissom's been good. Judge has been unworldly-like. Fried's done a great job. Rodon has actually pitched better than normal. The Yankees have, and that division is not that good. So the Yankees have done a good job in the American League East.
You mentioned Max Fried. There's that. I saw this great stat. Lowest ERA in the first 10 starts for Yankees since numbers were recorded in 1913. Phil Niekro, 1984, 1.20. Max Fried, 1.29. Allie Reynolds, 1952. You don't get a lot of Allie Reynolds mentions in here.
Yeah.
With 130. I mean, listen, I try to give some stats. Try to bring some knowledge behind all of this vitriol. But, Max Fried is pitching his head off. And it
not
just
only that,
like...
he's done a great job because he's had pressure on him because Cole's out. I mean, so he was going to be Robin to Cole's Batman, and then he had to become Batman, transform himself. He has done a tremendous job. Everybody moaned and groaned about giving him too much money, $210 million. That's the going rate for a starting pitcher. That was a godsend for the Yankees. Now, Rondon is a terrible contract. I know he's pitched better. I wouldn't trust him in a big spot if my life depended on it. Last year, Game 2, Dodgers World Series is all you need to know about that. But Fried's pitched in the World Series. He won Game 6 against the Astros to win the title in 2000 and whatever year it was, 20 or 21? 21. So I have faith in him in a big spot, and that was a good. Let's give Cashman. I know he's got a lot of resources. He's done a great job. I mean, Goldschmidt was a tremendous find. Chisholm, good find. Obviously, Fried, excellent signing. Luke Weaver, excellent sign. Bellinger has done a good job. He's done a good job of putting the pieces together. Yankees are going to win that division. Are they a great team? No. But the American League, I don't know if you believe in Detroit. The Yankees they've done a hell of a job. So let's give the Yankees some credit putting that team together.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show live weekdays from 12 to 3 p.m. Eastern on Roku Sports Channel in the U.S.